And we're back. Cal and company have found themselves at the outskirts of Vegas proper and are just outside of Camp McCarren Air Base, the current headquarters of the NCR contingent in the Mojave Wasteland. So I think it is about time that Cal pays the NCR a little visit and see if they can provide him any resources that may be helpful in having his little chat with Benny. And of course, some extra spending caps never hurts. Alright, Veronica. This is the NCR. I don't know how familiar you are with them, but I know you and your people, well, maybe not you, but your people, the Brotherhood, fought with them over a solar power plant somewhere that away. Fun fact, I got that up and running again. Boone was NCR. He's an ex-sniper. I believe they are on pretty good terms. Pretty sure it was an honorable discharge, I don't know. In any case, behave yourselves. Your actions represent me. Okay. I ain't gonna judge. Alright. You're not gonna shoot us if we walk in, right? They don't shoot us, right, Boone? Well, let's take our chances. They did not. They also, might I, I'm going to assume they're all inside or something. I don't know. Yeah, hi. You like pointing? No? You don't want to talk? Well, don't mind us. We're just random civilians that just wandered into your military base. Oh, you look important. Come here.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel. If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends.
Based on that, I am going to presume you're having trouble with these fiends.
Damn right I am. And I'm paying bounties. I've got three fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. That sound like something that interests you?
Well, funny you should mention it. I'm sort of a bounty hunter myself. It might be of interest to me. What are their names?
First one calls herself Violet. God knows why. The name is the prettiest thing about her. Spends most of her time with a pack of vicious dogs. Then there's Driver Nafai. He's fast and he's brutal. Killed about a dozen of my men with a goddamn driver iron. Hence his name.
Like a golf club?
And finally, Cook. Rapist, pyromaniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends we've captured. Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash. They've all killed good NCR men, and plenty of mercs too. You go after them, any of them, you're in for a hell of a fight. So, which one is it gonna be?
Well, I do like money, and I do have two, how shall we say, distractions to help me take care of them. So why not all three?
Violet it is. Wish I could give you more advice on how to bring her down, but we know less about her than the other two. Just
Wonderful.
watch out for the dogs. She raises them herself. Might as well be their mother and never leave her side.
And where might she be?
Good question. Fiend territory is southeast of here, but they range all over the area. None of them stays in any one place for long.
Wonderful. Anything else that you got for me?
One more thing. If you want the full reward, you need to bring me a recognizable head. My superiors need proof they're gone. That means no headshots, no decapitations till after they're dead, and no damage to the face. If you want to be safe, aim for the chest. You bring me a head that looks like a rotten tomato, people will be doubting, and I won't be authorized to pay the entire bounty. Good luck to you, and don't get careless.
Alright, center mass. Easy enough. You're not going to give me all three at the same time, are you? Wonderful. What else do you know about the Fiends? I think I had a run-in with a couple of them.
Pack of drugged-out killers. They're addicted to every stim, every pill, every psychoactive enema on this fucked-up earth.
Well, that's a unique way of taking chems. Suppose it gets in the blood faster that way. Well, I'll go look for this violet and see what I can do. And come back for my bounty.
Right.
Hear that, Boone? No headshots. I want my money. Were you ever stationed here, Boone? Because this is very, what are you, little Buster?
Let me guess. You got work for me, right? Well,
What?
you're too late. I just quit the bounty trade. As soon as I pick up some caps that Daughtry owes me, I'm out of this scrapyard.
What? You've got me super confused. Are you supposed to be, like, famous? Or something?
Well, shit. Feel free to stick a knife in the old ego. Thought I made a name for myself around here.
Well,
Guess
I
that's as
knew.
good a reason as any to quit this stinking trade. No glory. No easy money, no women, and no glory.
That's
Shit.
the
I'd settle just for the women.
That's the Mojave for you. I don't know what delusions you're on. So you're a bounty hunter?
Oh, shit, I don't know. Gotta be at least a month. Longer than I last at most jobs.
Can't see why that would be the case. So you've worked a lot of different trades.
Oh, yeah, a lot. Like before I was a bounty hunter, I worked as a caravan guard. You'd think that was a cakewalk, right? Wrong. Crazy bastards expected me to wake up at dawn. Forget it. It's about 2 hours after this guy hits the sack. And I need at least 10, 12 hours of sleep to do my job. Price of excellence.
I'm starting to see why you are not of well renown, and why you are, I guess, quitting the trade. I don't know. You just seem lazy to me. You know, I've been known to hunt a few bounties myself.
Well, hey, the field's wide open now that I'm gone. Probably lots of people
Yeah.
looking to get in once they hear I quit.
Yeah, definitely. That's totally why I got into the trade. Not the fact that it's pretty easy money. And, you know, I only just now heard of you. That sort of thing. What are you doing now? Or what are your plans?
Simple. Gonna make myself some easy money. I got a plan.
Ooh,
Once I
I'd like
get
to
my
hear.
caps from Daughtry, I'm going to head on over to Gomorrah and win big at cards. There's not as many people playing at Gomorrah, so that means I've got better odds of winning big. I got this figured out.
Oh. So you're that kind of stupid. Yeah, I can see why the money dries up pretty damn fast. Why'd you quit bounty hunting? Out of curiosity. Did you just didn't like the hours? Bad boss? Too much work? Probably the latter.
See, I thought the bounty hunting trade would be easy money, but it turns out it's hard work, so screw it. Also, I ran into this Mark who was a little too tough for me. I mean, I could have taken him.
Yeah,
but
I'm
with
sure.
this guy, might have cost me some bad burns or an ass rape. I'm all for risking my life, but I'm a little sensitive about my asshole.
Alrighty. Well, yeah. I mean, you're entitled to that. You also mentioned that Daughtry owes you caps. I might be doing a few jobs for him in the near future. Is that something that's common and that I should be worried about?
Because I killed a couple of Marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night Terror?
Nope.
Of course you didn't, because they crossed paths with Lil Buster. Bam. Dead. Finished. Over. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there,
Or
but my shit
a lot.
gets done.
Alright, well, good chat.
Hey, yeah. Next time you see me, maybe I'll be rolling in a shitload of caps, right?
Emphasis on the maybe. Some people these days, Boone, and Veronica, I should include you more in the chats. The monologue that runs through my head incessantly. One would think it grows tiresome. And it does. Ah, there you are. Daughtry.
I see you're still alive, and that's promising. Any luck on that bounty?
Haven't quite gotten around to that yet. Well, I was going to talk to you about that Buster guy's reward that he's apparently owed, but I think it's more likely
Right.
that the idiot went and blew it all on gambling. He seems the type. Oh, got medical tent? Yep. Nothing. Well, my curiosity. Who are you?
Sounds like we're running prim now. I'd still rather take my leave at the Strip.
Sure. No. Oh. Ooh.
Sounds like we're running prim now. I'd still rather take my leave at the Strip.
Yeah, you and every one of your friends. Boone, I think I found some buddies of yours. Hello.
Never seen you around before. What do you want?
I'm pretty new. So, I see you got a pretty nice rifle there. And a red beret. Take it you're a sniper?
What gave me away? The big gun, the shades, or the attitude?
The beret. And didn't really give off an attitude until just about now.
Ha! You're not as dumb as I thought you'd be. We got the same sense of humor. Probably better to walk away while I still like you, though. All kinds of things piss me off. Like just about anything that anybody says.
Classic. Well, we'll chat later.
Yeah. Try not to get killed.
That is the plan. How about you?
I'm Lieutenant Gorobets, 1st Recon. If you're looking to collect a bounty, you should talk to Major Daughtry.
Already did. Is it common that the NCR offers bounties?
If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it means hiring help from outside the military.
Alright, well. Out of curiosity, if you're willing to talk, tell me a little bit about the 1st Recon. I don't know if you noticed my compatriot behind me, but he was former Recon, and he's, how shall we say, not the talkative type.
We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though, like Betsy and Sterling.
Not to pry, but what do you mean?
Cook, one of the Fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her. Betsy shrugged it off like it was
Damn.
nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at First Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help.
Makes sense. Why don't you talk to her about that? Can't you, like, mandate that? I mean, you're her commanding officer. I mean, I could try helping her with that.
I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea.
Makes sense. That usually does promote better results. In Sterling?
Corporal Sterling was an NCR ranger until he was captured by the Legion. They tortured him pretty badly. He wasn't able to be a ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to First Recon.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll chat with you later.
Carry on.
Yeah. Oh, hello. 10 of spades.
Hey, my man. Ten of spades. First Recon sharpshooter. At your service.
That is a very intriguing name you got there. How'd you get it?
The LT. Gorobets gave it to me. See, I wanted to be ace of spades. But the LT says, sorry kid, you're too green. So he calls me 10 instead.
Fair enough.
That's okay though. I get a few more kills under my belt. He'll move me up to Jack. Jack of spades. Sounds better, right? I keep at it. Eventually I'll make it to ace. Think I'll skip queen though.
Whatever you say. How long you been with the outfit?
Shit. Long as I can remember. Had a rifle in my hand since I was 3. That's what my dad always says. Learned to shoot on our ranch, way west of here. Same as the LT. He's a farm kid too.
Can't say I'm surprised. Not a lot to do out here. Based on your demeanor and everything, I'm guessing you enlisted as soon as you could. Am I right?
Oh, they recruited me, what, a year ago? Taught me to kick even more ass than before. These guys, they really know how to kick some ass.
Like, you were drafted or you joined up and then you were recruited to the recon? Like, what? What are you talking about? You don't make a lot of sense. I was more interested in, like, your overall journey, and you didn't really clarify anything for me. Well, here we are. Based on your beret and everything we've talked about so far, you're some sort of first recon sniper? Are you like a spotter, or what do you do? What's your chief job?
Kicking ass. Mostly kicking ass. See,
Oh
we're
my.
watching the perimeter right now. Looking for those fiends to come back. When they show their faces, that's when we go to work. One shot, one kill. That's the first recon way.
I mean, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but are you alright? You got this kind of like overcompensation air about you, about kicking ass and all of that nonsense. Like, tell it to me straight.
Oh yeah, fine. Just a little stutter. Had it since I was a kid. Doesn't stop me from kicking ass.
That's rude. I'm sure it doesn't. But it's not exactly what I was going at, but whatever.
Damn right.
I heard about what happened between, like, the Fiends, you, and the Corporal.
The LT told you about that? Shit, man. That's shit.
You care to elaborate?
It was my fault. See, I was knocked out when it happened. That big guy sneaked up on us. I let Betsy down.
And, I mean, you just said that you were unconscious. Oof, words. Like, I mean, there's not a lot you can do in that state. What were you doing? Just like kind of screwing around, not paying attention and watching your backs, and then you got ambushed?
She's my goddamn partner. See, we work in pairs. We spot for each other, watch each other's backs.
Right.
Nobody wanted to work with me. They said I was too green, but Betsy volunteered. Shit, you don't even know how big a deal that is. She trusts her life to the newbie, and I sit here and let her get raped by that piece of shit.
I mean, back to the whole you were out cold thing. There's not a lot you can do in that instance, outside of, first off, not getting knocked out cold.
Shit, you sound like the LT. I should have woken up. I shouldn't have gotten knocked out in the first place. That shit was my fault. I don't want to talk about it anymore, all right?
I don't blame you.
Yeah, the LT shouldn't have brought that shit up. Not with civvies, anyway. Ain't right.
I'll talk to you later, 10.
Yeah, I'll see you around.
Well, I mean, I see his point, but at the same time, yes, he should not have been knocked out cold in the first place, but that is not going to do him any good by me telling him that. Secondly, you can't just like force yourself to wake up from being knocked out cold. Like, in that case, I would have forced myself to wake up from a gunshot wound to the head. It's not how it works. What do we got here? Terminal building. Truthfully, I would have expected more people in here.
There's a lot more troops here than we thought. No wonder we couldn't hold Helios 1.
Oh, that was you. I was very confused from him. I'm like, but thought that trooper was talking. I'm like, you did take Helios 1.
You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth, no real presence on the outside.
Yeah.
We just don't adapt like we should. Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know.
Got to adapt and evolve. Or you fall behind. Yeah, I mean, for everything you've told me, they're just living in the past. They're going to have to change, or they're just going to get left behind and become irrelevant.
I think you're right. We're getting desperate. Hardly enough people to sustain ourselves as a chapter. They'll see the light, sooner or later. But I get the feeling if I don't take matters into my own hands, the change won't come in time to make a difference.
I mean, it is entirely possible. Seeing as we're on the subject, I got some questions about you.
I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops.
We got something in common. What are your strengths, and how can I best utilize them?
I like punching things,
I know.
but sometimes shooting things just has to do.
That is my preference. Keeps you further away from sharp implements and other very angry things. Anything else?
Yeah. I've been taking things apart and putting them back together since before I said my first word. You want to build something? Talk to me, and we can do it right there on the spot. Workbenches are for novices. Who knows? I might even be able to show you a Brotherhood trick or two.
Hell yeah. I love the sound of that. Alright, some more questions.
Well, when two people really love each other, you really don't know this stuff yet?
Your sass is endearing. What do you know about Vegas?
Yep, it's your typical city layout. Rich people in a gated community surrounded by extreme poverty. House gave the area around the strip to the locals, but he has no interest in it, so he ignores it entirely. It just needs new management. I'd love to see the Brotherhood do it, but since the Codex doesn't say clean up Freeside, no one listens to me. Bunch of sticklers.
Yeah, I think the Brotherhood needs to undergo some major changes before I would entrust them to clean up and manage a town. Just my thoughts. Well, we can continue our riveting chat later.
See you around.
Yeah, I don't really get much out of you, Boone. I'm not gonna waste my time at the moment. No offense. I like your calm demeanor and presence, but inaccessible. Ow. Yeah, just a bathroom. Just bathrooms. Ow. Don't mind me. New here. Getting the lay of the land. Who are you?
What is it?
Captain.
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis.
Oh. Cool. I would have expected some formality or something. What do you do here, Curtis?
Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit.
Oh, well, yeah, good luck with that.
Later.
I'm sure you will figure it out. Couldn't be that you have a spy, potentially. No? I don't know. Unless you pay me. I don't really have much stock in the matter. Ooh. Some old TVs. Or whatever they are. Hello.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now. Boy, is she pissed.
Well, I will let her finish her thing. Before I chat. 'Cause I would much rather not have her pissed at me as well. Prisoner. Wonder if it's a fiend.
Sounds like we're running prim now.
Yep.
I'd still rather
That's
take my
old
leave at the
news.
strip.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. It's a monorail station. The more you know. Curious. Don't shoot.
Go on through, soldier.
What? That's rather unsettling. Not a soldier. No, no one. Well. Boone, your people are boring. They are... Hello. Don't mind me. Bunch of sciencey stuff.
Hey. Evening.
Evening.
You're new. I'm
Sort of.
Angela. Williams. Were you just looking around, or...?
Yeah. I'm just perusing, seeing if there's work out there.
You mean give you work? No, that'd be up to the administrator, Hildern. He's back there in his office. Between you and me, I don't think he ever leaves. Plenty of mercs go in to see him, though.
Do you know what for?
I can't say. We're not supposed to talk about the research. Not the details. If you're interested, I'm sure he'd see you.
You've piqued my interest. What is this place?
This? The OSI lab. We don't get many visitors. The smell puts people off, I think.
It is a bit
Nobody
pungent.
ever said science would smell clean and fresh. Anyway, you get used to it if you give it some time.
And what is your exact title?
I know I don't sound the part. Get raised by Brahmin ranchers and you never lose the twang. Drives Hildern crazy.
I don't think it
But
matters,
I know
but
every
whatever.
inch of the power grid from Hoover Dam to Shady Sands. That's what we do here. Try to optimize the power output from the dam.
Oh, okay.
Some of the others are working on an agricultural project, but truth be told, they aren't making much progress. Not yet, anyway.
So that's all you do is power management? It's kind of boring. Seems like you'd be better suited for something else.
Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
Well, alright. Fun chat.
Nice to meet you. If you need anything, I'm almost always in the lab.
I believe it. Again, boring people. Who are you? Hildern.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
Yes. How did you know?
Wonderful. Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves. Vault 22. Where to begin?
I'm curious. Go on.
Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water, and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
Yeah. I would say that it is immensely so, given that we are in a vast, arid desert.
A realist. We have that in common. A year ago, I'd have said the same. But what if I was to tell you that the wasteland can yield an endless bounty, and that the secret may lie a mere few miles from where we stand?
I'd say
We need only reach out and take
huffing
it.
something.
For that, I need you.
Whenever I've had dealings in this realm, it's never so simple.
Isn't it? One directs one's efforts, or the efforts of others, toward a goal, and progress is made. It's a matter of incentives, nothing more. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth.
Cool. What's my
Plants are spilling
incentive?
from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
Now we're talking. I like the sound of it. You've got resources to tech and money that I like.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts.
Oh, shady.
Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data.
Shit.
A computer room, you understand? Download
Yeah.
all the information on the central
Sort
server
of.
to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
I mean, computers are not my strong suit. I got a few other questions.
Oh? What might those be?
Well, I guess it was more pertaining to the job at hand, but what is the OSI?
The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you.
A little condescending,
Suffice to say,
but probably.
we are the leading edge of the NCR. Our work focuses on practical matters, medicine, engineering, biology. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office.
Exciting. And you said you're the director?
Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to plant seditious ideas in my head. No. I direct our eastern operations. I've been responsible for squeezing unprecedented levels of power from the dam. I'm also confronting the problem of food production in what little spare time I have. But I've found some promising leads.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. Well, I'll go look into that vault stuff for you. Wait. So you're doing this because you have a food shortage? Predominantly. Is that what my understanding is?
Not yet, but our government understands the value of proactive thought.
That's one thing.
Our studies project an imbalance between production and consumption. Or, for a layman such as yourself, not enough food, too many mouths to feed. Mass starvation in a decade or so.
You're kind of an ass. So it's just you and Angela back there doing all this research?
Yes, with the assistance of my team, of course.
Yeah, cool. Any other stuff that you do here?
We aid some programs the Republic has sponsored involving sharecropper farms in the area.
Okay.
But those haven't panned out too well from what I hear.
Why is that?
There have been complaints about the amount of water we're supplying. But those are just excuses for lack of diligence, I'm sure.
Well, how much water do you supply? And I'm presuming you probably have a separate contingent of OSI people at the dam.
Directly? No. But we attempt to maximize its output. You have no idea how difficult it is to provide power to an entire nation.
Nope, never done it before.
Fortunately, we also have the Helios 1 facility. One of our external contractors recently got the station up and running. His name was something like exceptional or marvelous or...
The person you're thinking of his name was Fantastic, but that was actually me that fixed it.
I see. Of course you did.
Wow. We're done.
Yes. Goodbye.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job?
I mean, yes, Veronica, you're kind of in the way. Oh well. Yes, he told me to go get data from a nearby vault.
I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs?
No. He did not. But he didn't exactly seem the type to be forthcoming with much info.
But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen,
probably that one.
I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc, but I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
Loyalty. I like it. And I'll do it. I'll keep an eye out.
I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it.
Anything else that we can chat about?
Of course. Anything.
Anything else about this Keely?
Keely's brilliant. An absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who
how you
wants
live
to
out
make a
here.
friend when you know you'll outlive them?
Yeah, pretty much. Do you know how old she is?
I couldn't get her to say, but she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So, I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years? Maybe more.
Ah, okay, so we're talking about a ghoul then. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but gives me a better idea of who I'm looking for. How'd they get along?
Like a Brahmin and a Deathclaw, though I'm not
great.
sure which would be which. Bad analogy, maybe. They're both Deathclaws in their way. Keely hates Hildern. She says he's more politician than scientist, and gets in the way of true discovery.
Yeah, I got that
and
vibe.
Hildern hates Keely because... well, because every time they meet, she makes him look like an ass. In front of important people, usually.
I mean, he does a pretty good job of that on his own. What's your role here?
Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
Fair. And what are your thoughts on the doctor?
The director? He's very well-spoken and knowledgeable.
Yeah, I don't buy that for a moment. But we'll talk about it later.
Right. Stay safe.
Yep, and I'll look for Keely.
Even the stupid NCR is investing in new research. We're getting left in the dust.
Yup. Although, in fairness, Veronica, I think part of the good doctor's research is just straight huffing chemicals.